Hey, what's going on, Enforcers? It's Mitch Ryan, Coach Mitch with Advocare. Hey, I'm doing this quick presentation because I've been talking with Coach Casey Bonnock and Coach John Buckley, and they know that outside of the Enforcers, what I do full-time is I'm a personal trainer. Then we also help people out with Advocare nutritional products to help them reach their health and fitness goals. So they were wondering if we could somehow help the Enforcers to take advantage of what Advocare has to offer. So we've set up a discount opportunity for you guys. If any of you guys want to get started on products, we've set up a website that you guys can go to and order your own nutritional products at a discount. Right now it's starting off at a 20% discount. We're hoping to kind of build that up to 40 as we go. So I'm going to make this super quick because I know you guys don't have a ton of time to sit around watching me talk about this. So I'm going to kind of dive right into it. I just want to share a little bit with you guys exactly what Advocare is, how it works, walk you through how you can get started on products if you want, and then of course I'll be there along the way to answer any questions that you guys have. So give me just a second here. Screen sharing this bad boy so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Hold on tight. Trying to go quickly. Cool. Pulling up the little presentation here. Awesome. So just a quick little presentation for you guys just to make it simpler. So the first thing I always got to talk about is why I believe in Advocare's nutritional products and why I recommend them to other people. It's because of my personal results. If you don't know, I played football in college. I played at University of San Diego, and then I spent a couple years trying to play professionally as a tight end. And if I wanted to keep playing, I needed to gain weight. And in order to do that, my strength coach at the time, he recommended I start using Advocare's nutritional products. And just by inserting those products into what I was doing, I dropped 4 pounds of fat and I gained 6 pounds of muscle in 24 days. My deadlift went up 45 pounds. My max bench went up 15 pounds. I added 6 reps to my max pull-ups. I got better results on these products than anything else I'd ever seen. And that's what got me interested in sharing them with other people. And along the way, we've helped a lot of people get awesome results. These are a couple of my buddies. A guy on the left, Sean. He got down to, he started at, I think, about 8% body fat and got down to 3% body fat doing a program called the 24-Day Challenge. Another guy on the right, Alex, he's a Marine. He started off about 7% body fat as well and got down to 3% body fat just by kicking up his nutrition into high gear and then adding these products into what he was doing. Another friend of mine, Travis, he just finished his 24-Day Challenge about a week ago. The guy dropped 17 pounds and 16.5 inches off his body. I believe he lost 6 inches just around his waist. Another friend of mine, AJ, he dropped 22 pounds in 24 days. Another friend of mine, Greg, he dropped 17 pounds in 24 days. And another buddy of mine, Jeremiah, he was an endurance guy. He's a Marine. He's trying to drop his 3-mile time. He dropped 1.5 minutes off his 3-mile time the first time he tried using Advocare's products with his run. So the products work, and I always like to talk about that right up front, just some of the results that people can expect to see. But then, what makes Advocare's products different from anything else out there? This is the first thing. This is Advocare's Science and Medical Advisory Board. This is just half the board. These are the doctors that actually formulate the products. They say what goes into it and why. And these guys are some of the top nutritionists in the world. This guy, Carl Keen, he's actually the head of the largest nutritional research department in the entire United States. So he oversees more research on nutrition than anybody else in the country. Kenneth Goldberg, he's a leader in men's health. William Kramer, he's basically like the forefather of sports performance and strength and conditioning. And then Stanley Dudrick, he invented the IV, so intravenous feeding, the most effective way to get nutrition in your body. So these guys are the experts. They're the ones that create the products. They're the reason why they work so well. And when you make the world's best products, you get the world's best athletes who want to use those products. So I know a lot of you guys are phenomenal athletes, or at least trying to be, that's for sure. But these guys are the pros, and they've been using Advocare for a long time. So I figure if it's good enough for Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Alex Smith, and Jason Witten, it's probably good enough for me too. Drew Brees, he's actually been with the company for about 13 years now. He's our national spokesperson. All of these guys are unpaid endorsers. They don't get paid from Advocare for their endorsement. They just get free product. So these guys are only using Advocare because they know it's going to help them perform the best to their ability on the field. And the third thing I always share with people, is it safe? Advocare is actually the most tested nutrition supplement line on the planet. They use Informed Choice. Informed Choice is the world's largest anti-doping agency. So we send our products to them to make sure they're completely free of banned substances, no toxins, contaminants, fillers. They even test for label accuracy. So whether you're, in the military, or I don't know if law enforcement gets drug tested at all, but maybe if you're, somebody who's an Olympic athlete, pro athlete, college, high school, they can all pee in a cup, no problem, and have no problem passing the drug test with flying colors. So some of the things, just to touch on, you guys, there's a few different needs that people have. The first of those being weight loss. If you're a guy who needs to drop some body weight to, be in better shape on the field, we got to get you rocking and rolling on the 24-day challenge. This is what all those guys did that I previously showed you, that Travis did to lose 17 pounds in the 24 days. The guy that I mentioned, AJ, who lost 22 pounds, he's a buddy of mine, a friend of my brother's, Casey. He's with San Diego Police Department. He works down in the jails downtown, and he just finished it, dropped 22 pounds in 24 days. And the challenge is really cool. The first 10 days is centered around these 2 green boxes. You do an herbal cleanse to kind of reset your gut. Super gentle cleanse. You're not going to the bathroom all day long or anything crazy. You can eat a ton of food on it. You can work out on it. Just a gentle reset so that your gut's functioning correctly. You do Omegaplex, which is our fish oils, because every cell of your body uses fish oils, and then you get spark for energy throughout the day. So you do that instead of coffee, tea, soda, that kind of thing. And then the second 14-day max phase, still do fish oil, still do spark. You do a meal replacement shake for breakfast in the morning, and it just kickstarts your day off right with the perfect breakfast. And then you do a metabolic nutrition system. It's a daily vitamin strip, and you take a pill packet at certain times of the day. Just time out the nutrition your body needs. So we coach you through taking these products correctly, how to eat healthy throughout the challenge, and make sure you're getting the results you're looking for. So if you're looking for weight loss, do like my buddies did that I told you before. Let's get you kick-started on a 24-day challenge. If you're like myself, when I needed to gain weight, I got started on these 3 products. That's how I put on 6 pounds of muscle in my first month. Muscle Strength is a great pre-workout product. I call that my Hulk pill. It's a pre-workout pill. It just makes heavy weight easy to lift. So if you want to increase your strength gains, you've got to try Muscle Strength. Mass Impact is a ton of fun. That's our creatine and amino acid supplement. So you're going to get that nice swole pump feeling that everybody loves during their workout. And then Muscle Gain is a great clean protein right after your workout to help make sure you're refueling your body with what you lost during the workout. So make sure you're giving that a shot too. Helped a buddy, Drew. He put on 10 pounds of muscle. He put on 10 pounds in his first month on these 3 products. Even helped my buddy Ryan put on 23 pounds in 3 months on these 3 products, working out, eating the right way. So if weight gain is something you need help with, definitely let us know. If you're somebody who needs some help with endurance, like if you're huffing and puffing, running down the field during game time, you got to try out these 2 products. O2 Gold. Think of this like Oxygen Endurance. I call this my third lung. It's a pre-workout pill. Helps oxygenate your blood, so it gets blood flowing through your body, so you're not craving oxygen, you're not hitting that wall when you're running up and down the field. And then Arginine Extreme, this is a little more like muscle endurance, so when you're doing a lot of reps like running or high volume stuff, it helps get rid of the lactic acid in your body, increases your nitric oxide levels so that you can get more nutrition in your body. Just as an example, it was on my bucket list last year to run a marathon. I ran a full marathon with absolutely 0 training whatsoever on these 2 products alone. So it'll definitely help with the endurance. And if maybe recovery or joint health is something you need help with, definitely try out these 2 products. This is the best recovery combination I've ever seen. You do a post-workout recovery protein shake right after your workout or right after practice to help recover right then and there. And then nighttime recovery, it's a pill you take before you go to bed, helps you recover while you're sleeping. These 2 work great. If you're a guy who needs some help with joints, joint promotion is great. Biocharge really kind of helps decrease the inflammation in your body. And this is part of a BioTools program. The BioTune is kind of a healthy aging product. My brother Casey, he had a knee surgery a few months back. He got started on the joint promotion. And it's really helped with the recovery of his knees and the inflammation and everything. So just to show you guys exactly how to use the discount. So you guys can go to enforcersnutrition.com. The website's already set up. Go to enforcersnutrition.com. It'll take you to an Advocare website, and all you got to do is log in to get the discount. So when you log in, just use the username Enforcers, and the password is capital E. The capital E is very important. Capital E, Enforcers1, and the money sign. Okay, and then make sure when you go into order the products, it's got Casey Bonnock's address and his card number in there because it needs to have one for the account. Make sure and change the address. Make sure and change the credit card number. I know you guys are all adults on that, so make sure and do that correctly. I'm going to walk you through that real quick right now just so you can see exactly how to do that. So if you go to www.enforcersnutrition.com, that's going to take you to an Advocare website. Make sure you see Casey's name in the upper right-hand corner. And then all you got to do is log in, because if you don't log in, you won't be able to get the discount. So Enforcers, and then the password, capital E, Enforcers, number 1, and then the money sign. Okay, then we got to submit to log in. That way, you know you're going to get your discount when you log out. Make sure it says log out right here. That's how you know you're logged in. And then we can click on the shop button. And if you want to grab a 24-day challenge, I'll just show you real quick. You click on the 24-day challenge button, and then computer's a little slow. Stop doing that. Hold tight. Scroll down, and then these are the products you're going to see in the 24-day challenge. You get 2 flavors of Spark. You get an herbal cleanse system. You're probably going to do the unflavored one. I'd recommend the unflavored. Choose a flavor of the shake. And then for the M&S, that's a daily vitamin strip. There's 3 types. I'd recommend either the E. E stands for energy if you need an extra energy boost, or C stands for craving control if you really need help with cravings, especially later in the day. Choose those products. There's some add-ons if you want. Submit the order, and you'd be good to go. The other products can be found in the different lines. So the active line is where you'd find Spark. The well line is where you'd find the joint promotion and anti-inflammatory products. The Performance Elite, all the black products, that's where you're going to find like the endurance and the muscle gain products. And then add to cart, scroll up, check out, whatever products it is that you're looking for. And then just make sure you should see the 20% discount. So you should be getting your discount on products. Make sure and change the address. Otherwise, Coach Casey's going to be getting all these products sent to his house. You don't want that. Click the change address button. Scroll down. Fill out the address information. Add the new address. Okay, once you add it, then you'll have to select it. So select that address to make sure that it changes it. Double check that it's changed. You can update the shipping if you want to. And then it's going to have, this is Coach Casey's credit card in here. Don't use that one. Make sure and add in your own card information to this. Enter in the card info, hit continue. You'll be good to go. And then just scroll back down, hit the green submit order button. Cool. That should be pretty self-explanatory. I'll be here to help you guys out with it. If you guys have any questions whatsoever on this, make sure and contact me, Mitch Ryan. My email is mitchryan42@gmail.com. This is my cell phone. Yes, it's a funky area code. It's back from at home in Northern California. So feel free to write that information down. I'll give you guys all this info on the Facebook page for the Enforcers. I'm going to be heading out of town the next 2 weekends on a family vacation. I'll miss the next 2 practices, but after that, I'll be down there with you guys at practices and games, helping you guys out. But if you have any questions in between now and then, let me know. I'll be happy to help coach you guys through the products to make sure you guys are in tip-top shape for the upcoming season. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. I will be chatting with you guys soon. Have a good one.